Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. I'm so Ray. My videos are about love, infinity, creation. Because we're infinite love, infinite energy, infinite creation. This is who we are. So this video is called Be a Messenger. Be a messenger. Because this is who we are as humans. As humans, we are that. We are messengers. We message each other. We communicate. This is our nature. You see, this is our nature. We gotta be a messenger. All of us, be a messenger. Being messengers is so important, it's so crucial. So I'm gonna talk about it. And the importance of what that is, and the value of being a messenger. Okay, because it's crucial. It's who we are. You see, we are the human race. We are the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. This is who we are. We're the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. This is who we are as a species, you see? This is precisely who we are as a species. So we live to love and we love to live. Lives of purpose, lives of meaning, meaningful lives, happy lives. The purpose of life is a life of purpose. We live to love and we love to live. Because the primordial instinct is the instinct to exist. And that is the human heartbeat, pulse of life, the pulse of creation. It generates an electromagnetic field around the human body. Right? It generates an electromagnetic field around the human body. And this electromagnetic field is essentially what gives us consciousness and self-awareness and allows us to understand that love is the highest energy of creation. Right? That's just the way it is. So this is objective reality. This is who we are. So I'm just gonna read the message and then talk about it, okay? Talk about it. So be a messenger. Stick to the basics. Focus. Do, repeat, reassess. To infinity. Truth equals quality. Quality equals freedom. Build credibility based on quality. Credibility gets them through the door. Quality keeps them coming. Action defines us. Listen, then empathize. Draw examples. Make connections. Build trust. Then credibility. And quality finishes the job. The mission is bigger than you. The purpose is to complete the mission. Profound simplicity, humility, results, humor, love. Okay, so I'm going to read this one more time. Be a messenger. Stick to the basics. Focus. Do, repeat, reassess. To infinity. Truth equals quality. Quality equals truth. Build credibility based on quality. Credibility gets them through the door. Quality keeps them coming. Action defines us. Listen, then empathize. Draw examples. Make connections. Build trust, then credibility. And quality finishes the job. The mission is bigger than you. The purpose is to complete the mission. Profound simplicity, humility, results, humor, love. Okay, so let's just talk about it. So be a messenger. Why a messenger? Why being a messenger? Because we are human, right? We're the human species. We're a benevolent species. We're a loving species. We're a heart-based species, a love-based species, a heartful species, right? This is who we are. We're a good species. We're the first species. We are the epicenter of the universe. This is who we are. We're the center of the universe. Our planet orbits the central sun of existence. The central sun, the first sun, the son of suns, sun. Okay, the first sun. We are all the children of the sun. This is who we all are. We're the first species, the most ancient species, the most developed species. This is who we are. We are the human race. So because we are a body, we are messengers. We are messaging. We are communicating. Because remember, we are at the epicenter of everything that there is, the center of the universe, the cosmos. Our planet orbits the central sun. And the central sun is the singularity of the electromagnetic field of the universe. And the electromagnetic field of the universe has an infinite number of points. And these points are nodes, they're pulses, right? They're oscillations. These are hearts, these are consciousness, these are galaxies, these are planets, these are species, civilizations. This is everything that there is. Everything that exists within the universe. And these points meet at a singular point, which is where all the points meet, which is the singularity. And that's the central zone of the universe. And the light that comes out of it is infinite energy. And that creates everything. And we happen to be the species orbiting the central sun. which means that we absorb all that energy through our eyes and our bodies, which means that our DNA is the DNA of infinity, meaning we're the species, the biological expression of infinity. We're the consciousness and self-awareness of infinity ourselves. This is who we are as a species. This is our nature. This is our species. This is the type of species that we are, because we're the consciousness and self-awareness of infinity itself, the energy of creation, the creator. This is why we have the ability to understand what the prime mover is, and I have provided the equations to the world, the formulas, the proof of what the prime mover is. And so what does that make us? If we can understand what the creator is and have a formula that allows us to replicate the creator, well, that makes us the creator at the biological scale, because we're the consciousness and self-awareness of the creator, because we ourselves are the creators. This is who we are. This is the species that we are, which means that our DNA contains everything that exists, because everything that exists is in the light that creates everything. And we consume that light by being sundials and absorbing that light with our eyes. So by doing this, we are it. So this is the species that we are. So because we are the species of infinity, we need to be messengers. We need to be a messenger. This is what we need to be. Each and one of us, our message must be the message of infinity, the message of love, the message of creation, right? This is what it is, because this is our instincts. These are our instincts. This is the species that we are. The primordial instinct is the instinct to exist, and that is the human heartbeat, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation, right? This is who we are as a species. This is precisely who we are as a species, right? Precisely who we are as a species. So because this is who we are, then it's very obvious, right, that we are it. So we need to create, and we create with the highest energy of creation, which is the human heart, love. So the message is that, the message of love, right? The message is sharing the message of love, the highest energy of the human heart, because the heart is everything that there is, because without it we wouldn't exist, so we wouldn't know that anything exists, because we wouldn't be here. And we happen to be the epicenter of everything, because our species is the species of infinity. So because this is who we are, then that means that we all messengers. Why? Because we're bodies, we're alive, we're conscious, we're self-awareness, we have free will, we're compasses, we're sundials, we're infinite eternal creators, we're co-creators of infinite eternities. You see, we're identity and true self, we're purpose, we're time and energy, we're action, we're why, how, we're flow, we're true north, we're destination. This is who we are, right? This is precisely who we are. We're sundials, we stare at the sun. Sun is right there, so we stare at the sun, open the portal, build a bridge, and evolve to infinity, right? Because we open our eyes, open our minds, open our hearts, and build that connection, because it's the two highest energies, the highest energy outside the body and the highest energy within the body. So the highest energy outside the body is the sunlight, right? And the highest energy within the body is the love of our heart. So love and sunlight come together in this infinite virtuous cycle and allows us to unlock our DNA structure, our DNA memories, and understand our infinite nature, who we are as a species, right? Before everything that happened as a result of the fallout of the Ice Age and all that I have made reference to in the past. You can watch the videos. But this video is not about that. This video is about being a messenger. Be a messenger. Because we're infinity ourselves. So we need to communicate the message of love with our actions, right? Our actions must be loving, because this is our instincts, right? So let's start. So be a messenger. Stick to the basics. Focus. So focus on what? Well, focus on the basics. And what are the basics? Well, the basics are pretty straightforward. It's us being sundials and compasses. This infinite virtuous cycle of compass and sundial. You see, our identity and true self, our purpose, our time and energy, our action, our why, how, our flow, our true north, our destination, right? Because that's it. You see, follow our heart. It doesn't get any simpler than sticking to the basics, because we follow our heart. You see, our inner voice, our voice in society, our purpose is our hearts, right? We follow our hearts. We listen to our hearts, to our inner voice. Our signs and signals of the heartful flow states that is what gives us life in the first place and allows us to be the species that we are. So because we are the species that we are, then we need to stick to the basics, which is the love of the human heart, which is the highest energy that there is in the first place. And by staring at the sun, right? So when we stare at the sun, right? When we stare at the sun and we have the energy of the sun there inside our bodies, because that energy comes through the iris, and then on top of that, we loving with the energy within, we creating the most wonderful things. See, so that's the basics. Is sticking to the basics, and focus on that, on creating, right? Because if you think about it, identity and true self. So what's that? Well, it's a human heartbeat. Your identity is who you are. Who am I? Well, you choose to be who you want because you have the choice, you have the free will, right? But in fundamental terms, what you are is a human. You're a human heartbeat, right? And you are infinite creator yourself, because love is the highest energy of creation. So your identity is knowing that you are the infinite eternal creator. So you need to create, and you create with the energy of love. So your identity of your own choosing, because you manifest your free will with your consciousness and self-awareness, because you have love. You're alive because of love. So love allows you to have a consciousness and self-awareness, so you can have free will and make choices, right? And have a purpose of your own choosing. And what purpose is that? Well, because you have a true self, and your true self is whatever you are, whatever your heart tells you that you are, because you follow your heart, your signs and signals, heartful flow states, whatever makes you feel good. Because when you do these, that makes you feel great, because you have homeostasis, synergy, and symbiosis. You see all these states. And because you want to feel good, then that's what you do. That's your purpose. Your purpose is what makes you feel good. Real good, which is love, the highest energy that there is. So you see, it's very simple. Sticking to the basics, follow your heart. Very simple. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Listen to your heartbeat. Pulse of life, the pulse of creation. Follow your heart, your instincts, heartful flow states. And that allows you then to have a purpose, right? Because you do something purposeful, something that is meaningful, something that you love, something that is energy within your heart that you want to do, because this is what your heart is telling you. My heart is telling me to write a song. My heart is telling me to write a book. My heart is telling me to make a video. You see all these different things. In my case, that's the case. I'm a writer. I'm a singer. You see, so my purpose, I have many purposes. But one of my purposes is to be a musician, an artist. I just, for example, to give you an example, my personal example of what I've done. So identity and true self, right? So what's my identity? Well, I've chosen to be Sol Ra Ray. And who's Sol Ra Ray? Well, Sol Ra Ray is an artist. Sol Ra Ray is a musician, right? He's a singer. He's a songwriter. And he's also an author. I have a book as well, okay? And this video is part of my book. So you see, so, and then, well, so if that's your true self, then if your identity is that, is Sol Ra Ray, and you're a writer, you're a book writer, you are a musician, you're a singer, right? So you're a songwriter, then okay, so then you know who you are. Why do I know that? Because I have a heart, right? And I follow my heart, and my heart is telling me, make music, write a book, make videos, communicate the message, right? So that's what I do. So what's the purpose? Well, the purpose is to do precisely that. So for example, just to give you a sense of a purpose that I have, is I just released an album called Heartbeat the album, right? It's 160 songs. So 160 songs in an album, okay? So no one has ever done that. And this is my debut album. This is my first album. I'm a new musician. I'm a new artist. I haven't been around for that long. I've done this for 2.5 months. So in 2.5 months, I wrote 160 songs. Okay, compose them. I did everything myself, master them, everything. So I did everything myself in 2.5 months. 160 songs, all sang a cappella from sunrise to sunrise. Okay, so I would just do that. So, and the purpose of it was to follow my heart, because my heart was telling me, just write music and sing it a cappella and record it. That's all you have to do. Don't do anything else. Just do that. And I was just doing it. So I ended up, writing 160 songs in 2.5 months and producing, and I have an album already that I'm distributing, right? So you see, this has a purpose. And my songs are sung a cappella because, you see, I'm following my heart, my purpose, right? And it was because I love singing, and that's why I sing, because I love it. It makes me feel great. So, so it's 160 songs. So, and I tend to start my songs with this. I just wrote this song, so I'm gonna sing it a cappella. I'm gonna sing it a cappella. I'm gonna sing it a cappella. So you see, it makes me feel great. And I just sing, I can improv all sorts, and I just do it because I trust myself, because I'm following my heart. You see, it's the energy of my heart, my voice, right? My inner voice, my heart telling me go ahead and sing a cappella. So, and it's beautiful because, I would just write the song, and then I would just I would write the song, and the moment I write the song, I just immediately just try to grab my phone and make a video of it and upload it to my YouTube channel immediately, like that, as a draft, without any retakes, unless there's a need. But I just sing it, and I just go with my heart, right? And that's what I did, and I did that 160 times, and then I organized the songs alphabetically by the name of the song from 8, and then it ended with songs that started with numbers. So you see, alphabetical order and then numerical order after it. And it ended up being 160 songs. And because it's sang a cappella, there's no tracks, there's no beats or anything in the background. It's just my voice and whatever is in the background of my voice. It could be sounds of nature like waves or wind or animals, or it could be humans walking by, or even other things that are making, the normal noises that they make and the normal sounds that they make when they're passing by or something. Because I wasn't thinking about that, but I was thinking about my heart and what my heart wanted. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna sing whatever I'm at. And because I'm loving with the highest energy of creation, because this is who we are, we're infinity ourselves, and everything that we do, because our DNA, you see. So it's the energy from the heart, right? Because if you understand this, is the singularity, is the energy that creates everything, right? And it's the singularity is the singular point where all points meet. Which points? Well, the infinite number of points on the surface of the electromagnetic field of creation, in this case, our universe, right? So, because all these points are communicating back into the vortex, that singularity, which is the central sun, that is the light, and we're the species inhabiting the planet orbiting the central sun, because that energy comes through our eyes, the sundials and all that. Our DNA is precisely the DNA of infinity. We're the consciousness and awareness of infinity, which means that everything that we do, the universe itself, everything is stored within our DNA. So when you love with your heart and you create, you're not only creating for you and humans per se, but you're creating for infinity itself, because we're the biology of infinity ourselves. So you see, so when you put your heart in it, the impact that you're having is an infinite impact. It's an impact that has the scale of everything. Because we are everything. We're the biology of infinity, because we happen to be in this center point in the universe, the cosmos, and we are the biology of it. So because we're that, we're everything that there is. So see, so I knew that because I would just sing with my heart and with the highest energy of my heart, and I would just pour my heart into my song in the moment, here and now. Everything that would come around me, the moment I'm making my music, would want to be near me, because I'm attracting that, because love is the highest energy of creation. So everything that would come in my proximity wanted to be in my presence, because they also wanted to be part of my message as a messenger of my music. They wanted to be part of everything that I'm creating and sharing with everything, because what you do is not only, it has an impact in infinity, everything, all of us humans. So you see, so there is a lot of things that are natural happening in the background, things walking and whatever, so, but then it's my voice on top of everything else, because it's a cappella. So you can still hear my voice, but then you can hear everything else in the background. So you see, and it's perfect because it's a melody, because it's beautiful, it's a symphony, because then when you organize it, then you have the voice a cappella and then everything else in the background, and it becomes like an orchestra. So they're playing to my music. Everything in the background is playing to my music. Everything that is in the background of my voice is playing to my music. You see? And this is unique. No artist has ever done this. So this is what I'm offering the world with my album Heartbeat. So you see, because I sing a cappella and I love it, because it's the highest energy that there is. Loving is like the highest there is. And for me, you know, singing is a great channel. When I sing, I connect with everything. You see, I just love it. I have 160 songs, so, and I love them all. So you see, it's just like, it's just the way it is. So yeah. So then again, is that right? It's sticking to the basics. It's focusing on what matters, and that's the example, right? I'm following my heart, so on my purpose. You see, because these are 160 songs. They're all original music, and because it's my love, I just created this incredible album with 160 songs, 9 hours and 20 minutes of music, sang a cappella, from sunrise to sunrise. So you see, because it all came out of my heart, and that was my purpose. One of my purpose to be an artist. You see, there you go. So then that leads to what? Time and energy. You see, is the management of that. I was managing my time and energy. So I could produce in 2.5 months 160 songs. Unheard of. No one has ever done this before. And I really doubt that this would ever be done again. So, because, I mean, this is incredible, right? And that's a testament of what the human heart is capable of doing. Us as a species, our nature, right? So this is fundamental. This is fundamental, right? This is fundamental. This is precisely the point. This is precisely the point of the power of love and the power of energy and what it does for us. So you see, so that's it. So that's sticking to the basics, is that focus on what you can control, which is your love, your energy, the moment, here and now. Manifest your free will by taking purposeful daily action. Flow, heartful flow states, Hawaii how, true north destination. You see the 8 primary elements of compass and sundial, because it's this infinite virtual cycle of compass and sundial is one as well. So we stare at the sun and we do what we do. You see, we open our hearts, open our minds, open the portal, build the bridge, and evolve to infinity. It's the 2 highest energies, right? It's the energy from outside, the sunlight, and the energy from within the heart, together as one, creating, right? So it's just beautiful. So, okay, so that's it. Stick to the basics and focus. Be a messenger. And what's my message in this case? Well, I'm making this video. That's a message, right? I'm a messenger of my book and my music and all that. So, and my book has equations, the prime mover and all that, which is obviously the most important equation that would ever exist. So, and I have provided that to the world for free because I am a creator and I'm infinity. And I know that what I'm doing has an impact that is infinite. So that's why I do the things I do. Okay, so then, so the next one is do, repeat, reassess. And then do that to infinity, right? Do, repeat, reassess. So what are you doing? Well, you are following your heart. You're taking purposeful daily action, right? Heartful flow states. You follow your heart, right? The energy of creation and everything that there is and all that. That's what you're doing, right? That's what you're doing. You're creating, right? You're creating. And you do that and you want to repeat it because what you're doing is feeling good because you know that you are on purpose. You know that you are on the mission, that you know that you're doing something that is right. It's because you're listening to your heart and it resonates with your heart and it feels good. It feels really good. You feel good and you're getting the resonance of what you're doing and it feels great. It's a great vibe, right? It feels amazing. Homeostasis, symbiosis, synergy. Right, it's just incredible. So then that's do, right? So you do that and you want to repeat it because it feels great. So you keep on repeating it because that what you're doing, the action that you're taking, in my case, say for example, singing, I keep on singing because I love it, right? It makes me feel incredible. So I just sing a cappella because it makes me feel great. I always improvise. That's who I am. I improvise. I sing a cappella. You see, that's just an example. So then again, so you do and repeat, right? Do, repeat, do, repeat, do, repeat. And then reassess. What are you reassessing? Well, you're reassessing how you feel, right? Okay, am I feeling good about this? Is this the right thing to do? Am I following my heart? Am I listening to my heart? Am I paying attention to my signs and signals? Am I really focused on what matters here, which is my love? I'm feeling good about what I'm doing. I'm wanting with everything. Am I doing something that is really coming from my heart? Right? So that's it, right? So then again, and you do that to infinity. So do, repeat, reassess to infinity. And then truth equals quality, right? So why? Because what's quality, right? So if truth equals quality, you need to understand what quality is. So quality is the properties of something, right? It's what makes it, the constitution, right? The solidity of it, what makes it, so if this is the case, right, so then you gotta understand that love is the highest energy that exists, right? Love is the highest energy that exists, at us as the biology of infinity. So quality is that. So love is quality. So when you love, right, when you love, that's it. It's the quality of the love, right? It's the quality of the love, right? It's the quality of the love. It's the quality of the love, right? The love that is in your heart, and the love that you're putting into the actions that you're taking. And because it's the highest energy of creation, then whatever you're doing with your love will be the truth, because it's what's in you. It's your truth. It's what's inside of you. Let me just find an angle where I have more sunlight. Okay. So you see, it's that. It's the energy of creation, right? It's the energy of creation. It's the energy of creation. It's the love in our hearts, right? It's the love in our hearts. Is this infinite energy of love in our hearts, and that's the quality. So the more love, the higher the quality. So and the closer to the quality of love, then the closer to truth. So truth equals quality, because your music, say in my case, my music is my truth. It's my music. You see, it's what's in my heart, and I'm sharing it. And then because it's good quality music, it's truth. You see, it's love, because it comes from the heart, right? And then that leads to quality equals freedom. Why? Because when you're liberated, right? You're liberated when you're true to yourself, right? When you are who you are, your identity and your true self, you follow your purpose, you follow your heart, you listen to your inner voice, your signs and signals of the human heart, the heartful flow states. When you do these, okay, so let's just go back to this normal position. So when you do these, right, when quality equals freedom, right, is that because quality is love, is this highest energy that allows us to get to this level of truth. So then freedom is that, right? Quality is freedom, because it's the freedom to be who you are. Is the freedom to be infinite energy, infinite love, infinite creation, the human heart, and create whatever you create. In my case, music, my book, or anything, right? For the most part, my book and my music and my equations, which are all part of my book and all that. So you see, that's what it is. So then that, you build credibility based on quality. So what do you mean by that? Well, based on quality. Well, what quality? Well, truth, love, freedom, right? Because you're that, and because you're that, then that builds credibility. So what's credibility? Well, credibility is something of quality, right? Because if someone outside you interacts with your creation and is high quality, then that would make your creation credible. Meaning, there's quality in it. So there's truth in it. There's love. There's freedom in it. So because it's that, then it's credible. It's something that is believable. It's a belief, right? It becomes a belief. It's something that people agree with and say, yes, I agree. This is good music. This is a good book. This is actually truthful. So you see, this is the way it is, because it's coming from the heart. It comes from the heart, from the human heart. So these are all extremely important ideas, right? These are all extremely important ideas for us to really understand, because when we build credibility based on quality, that's fundamental, because then that's why we are a messenger, right? Because a messenger is someone that shares a message. And when your message is the message of love, right? When it's the message of infinity, the message of creation, in my case, my music, my book, and everything that I do. So when that's the message, when you're sharing that message, and your message is love, then that makes you credible, because you're sharing your truth, you're sharing love, you're sharing freedom, right? And if it's good quality because it has a lot of love in it, people would immediately relate, because that's the credibility. When people like it and they say, okay, actually, you know what? I agree. or I like this music, or I like this book, is helping me be a better human, and a human, and in the end, that's what matters, right? Is love, because that's why be a messenger. You become a messenger because a messenger is someone that shares the love, right? Someone that shares the music, that shares the book, or shares everything, that the creation. It doesn't matter what it is, right? So share the music, share the love, right? Share the creation, share everything, because that's the credibility. There's a quality behind it. Because if you understand this concept of credibility, credibility gets them through the door. So who's them? Well, them are other humans. The audience if it's music, or the readers if it's a book, or the users if it's a creation of your own, or outside, whatever. You see, it's whatever you're creating, because in the end, we're infinite eternal creators, right? We're compasses, we're sundials, this is who we are. We are messengers because we're a human body. So as humans, we share the message, right? As a benevolent species, and the message is the message of love. So be a messenger means that is sharing the message of love, sharing the message of infinity, sharing the message of creation. Everything that there is and everything that there would always be is that, right? So we share that message, the message of love, the message of creation as messengers, okay? And that's that, whatever you do, because that's what allows you to create quality, and that's what builds credibility, the truth, right? The freedom, and people relate with that. So when that's what credibility is, so that gets people through the door. So the door of what? Your creation, the doors of your creation, right? Whatever you're creating as a creator, whatever that is that you create with the love of your heart, those are the doors that get wide open because of the credibility of what you're creating, right? What you're building. So you build credibility based on quality, right? And credibility gets them through the door, because it's the quality of the work that you're putting into the love that you're generating with your creation, that then it's reciprocated, okay? And then quality keeps them coming, because the quality, right? The truth, the love, the freedom, the message that you're sharing, right? It resonates with them, right? That's why they're this credible in the first place, so they trust it. And when that's the case, then they keep on coming, right? For example, in my case, my music, they keep on playing the music, repeating it, loops. Or my book, they share it, they learn, and they put the principles into practice, right? And they would put the principles into practice. And that's what it is that's why you're a messenger. Be a messenger, because as a messenger, you message what? Well, you message who you are, your actions, your purposeful daily action. And if your actions are love, then you're sharing the highest level of creation, and the credibility and the truth and the freedom that comes with it, right? So that's just the way it is. So action defines us, right? So action defines us. And what are our actions? Well, purposeful daily action is purposeful love, is infinite energy, infinite love, infinite creation. Who we are as a species, you see, who we are as a species, the human race. We're here to love, we're a benevolent species. So our actions are that. Purposeful daily action is a proof to free will, because it's our actions that define us. You see, what we do, our dreams come true because of our actions. My dream was always to write a book and become a musician, because since I was little, I knew I had a great voice. But I didn't really understand that my potential was in my voice, because of my voice and who I am. So when I started to believe myself, because I started to love myself, then my voice came. Hey. And now I can just sing anywhere, anytime, improvise, or simply sing my songs, and simply sing my songs, 'cause I love it all. I love everyone and everything. This is who I am, and Papa Yamanapa, so rare, so rare. So you see, and that just comes from the heart. See, action defines us. So you see, it's powerful. This is truly powerful. You see, and then it's fundamental as a messenger to listen. Listen, then empathize. Because empathy is that, right? Is relating. And what's that? Well, you're relating to the heart of the other person, right? For example, if you're listening to my music, what that means is that if you're connecting with my music, that means that, and it feels good and emotions and that means that I'm connecting with you, because you're empathizing. My heart is communicating with your heart, because I'm singing from my heart. So when I'm singing from my heart and you relate to my music, then that means that I'm connecting with you with your heart. So I'm empathizing with you and you're empathizing with my music. So as a listener, that's what you're doing. And also me, when I engage with humans and I listen to other humans, right? So I listen to other humans, right? And I engage with them, I'm empathizing with them as well because I'm actually listening. I'm listening because I'm loving them. I'm loving the moment so I can hear what's in their heart, right? I can hear what's in their heart because I'm paying attention, and then, I'm empathizing. I'm loving them. I'm loving them. And it makes me feel good, and they feel, reciprocated because they feel heard. And when you feel heard, you feel like, what you're saying has value. Your voice is powerful because you're being heard. Okay? So, and then draw examples, because the best way to, build credibility and trust, to make a connection is by drawing examples. Because when you're listening and you're empathizing, right? And then you're capable of drawing examples that are related to the message that you're hearing, the message that is being shared, because we all messengers in the end, we all share messages with each other. It's extremely important, because when you draw an example that is concise and is related to exactly the point of the empathy where you're listening, that makes a connection, a powerful connection, because the person that is being listened, the messenger, in this case, the message that's being shared by the messenger, and you as another messenger, you're listening to that message, right? And you're engaging with it, and you're empathizing, and you're drawing examples that are connected to the message, so the messenger feels heard. Then you build a connection, a genuine connection, right? You make a connection, a bond based on trust, because that person feels that there is a relation, a heart-to-heart relationship there, because your heart is open to listening, and you're hearing the message, and you're sharing an example that draws conclusions or draws examples that have affinity with the message that is being shared with you by a messenger. That's why we gotta be a messenger, because messengers are not only there to communicate a message, but also to listen to messages, right? It's both ways. So then that's it. So you make a connection, right? We make a connection. We make a connection, right? We make a connection. So we make a connection with who? Well, we make a connection with the messenger, with the message that's being shared. And we love that person, we love that human for who they are and the message that they're bringing, right? Because love is that highest energy, right? Love is that highest energy. So that is, and then once you make a connection based on empathy, because you're, listening, paying attention to the signs and signals of your heart and their heart, and you're connected, then you build trust. Trust is immediately created. Whether that person is conscious or not of it, aware or not, that person is not in control of their heart per se, because the heart is the ruler. The heart is what gives us life in the first place. So the heart is that's why we pay attention to the heart. So the heart is the one making the connection. So then the human automatically trusts that individual as a result of the heart, right? So it's the heart, right? Because when you're listening and empathizing and hearing, then you're building a relationship with the heart of the other person, per se, with the essence of the other person, with who they are, their identity and true self. You see, it's directly, you're communicating with the heart. You're directly communicating with the heart. And when you communicate with the heart directly, then that's the best type of relationship, because it's a genuine relationship based on love. So you see, it's natural trust, because you're talking to that person's heart directly, what's in that person's heart. Why? Because that person is sharing a message. And when you're listening and you're empathizing with that message, then you're listening to what's in that person's heart. And when you acknowledge their heart and you love them as a result of your actions, listening and paying attention and making a connection, then your heart and their heart become one. It's heart on heart relationship now. So you see, built incredible trust. And then that leads to credibility, right? And credibility is that, right? Build credibility based on quality. And what's quality? Well, quality is truth. And quality is freedom. Love. Right? Right? So you see, because you're loving, that's the credibility. The love is there. The truth is there. So when that happens, then everything becomes extremely simple because it's just a lot easier. It's just a lot easier. You see, and then quality finishes the job, right? Quality finishes the job because what's the job? Well, the job is sharing the message, right? Or listening to the message as a messenger, because that's why we are a messenger. Be a messenger, because as a messenger, you're not only listening to a message that is being shared with you, but you're also messaging and sharing a message of your own. And when it's your heart that does that, and it's your heart that's speaking, then you see, that gets the job done because you're communicating the message of your heart. And then because you have done that, then you will talk to the heart of other people. Because they would feel you for who you are, your truth, your quality. So it is as simple as that. Okay, it is as simple. That's what quality finishes the job, right? Because is that the message has been shared, and not only shared but listened, right? And there's empathy, and there's a connection, and there's credibility, and there is trust. There is examples, relatable examples. So you see, that's the key. So then the mission is bigger than you, right? Because remember, when you create with the energy of love, and love is the highest energy that you're using to create, what is the meaning of that? Well, it's very simple. It's bigger than you, because once you create it and it's outside of you, then that message moves around, and then listeners, right? In any messenger, any message will be listened by a messenger, because the messenger has this dual nature. So duality principle is a listener and a communicator. So he's listening to messages and he's communicating messages as a messenger, right? So you see, it's this dual nature. So that's why the mission is bigger than you, because the mission is the message, right? As a messenger, you are the messenger. Whatever you do, your actions as a compass, as a sundial, right? Because of all the actions that we take, of all the things that we do with our heart and everything that we engage in, when it's our heart, that's the mission. It's the mission of our heart. In my case, say, for example, my music, that's my purpose, my mission, right? Because it's to share my music, to sing, and share my music with the world, right? So with everything that there is. So by doing that, right? What am I accomplishing? Well, I'm accomplishing something that is bigger than me, because once you create it, it's outside of you. So then that's why the mission is bigger than you, because the message is bigger than you. You're just a messenger. But the message is bigger than you because the message transcends you. It's love. It's the message of love. It's the message of infinity. It's the message of infinite energy, infinite creation. You see, sorry that I move a lot. It's just I'm trying to find an angle where the light is in relation to the sunlight. So, to the sun. So it's okay. So it's fine. I think the lighting is fine. So you see is that the mission is bigger than you, because love is bigger than all of us, because it's everything that exists. So it's always that. When you love and your purpose is that, then you are doing incredible things. So then the purpose is to complete the mission, right? And in my case, for example, my music, my objective was clear. It was to produce music and have an album. And I've done it. You see, and it's just the beginning, because the purpose continues, right? A message is going to be shared. The music will be listened and played and distributed. So it's just that, right? And then profound simplicity. So this is key, because it's a profound simplicity of understanding that we are messengers, right? And the message is a message of love. We got to stick to the basics, to our compass, to our sundial. We focus on what matters, and we repeat, right? We do repeat and reassess. You see what? Well, we follow our hearts. What's in our hearts? We listen to our hearts, our inner voice. Pulse of life, the pulse of creation, the human heartbeat. That's why the name of my album is Heartbeat, because it's what's in my heart. You see? So that's profound simplicity, is understanding these. It's understanding this notion, right? It's understanding this very notion about who we are and all these. Okay? So then that leads to this very, it's all about humility in the end, and results and humor and love. Because if you understand these, well, humility, what's humility? I developed this framework called Hamas, which is that, humility comes from the word human. And why? Because we're the most ancient species in everything that exists. So we're the first one, and we are the one that has the biggest heart. So meaning that we can love the most, and our love is the love of infinity. So whatever we do is the love of our hearts. So you see, it's the humility of knowing that the impact that you're having is outside you, and everything that you do with your heart doesn't only have an impact in your life, but in everything that exists. Because we are the biology of infinity ourselves. And it's being conscious of this and understanding that everything that you do has an infinite impact, because we are the infinity of creation. This is who we are. We're the creators ourselves. We're the consciousness of awareness of infinity. Our biology is the biological expression of infinity itself. Because of where we are, because we're the central species, because we're orbiting the planet that is cataloged to the central sun of existence, the first sun, the son of suns, the first sun of the universe, of the cosmos. So our DNA is the DNA of everything that exists, because we consume this light. And this is who we are. You see, it's humility. That's humility, to understand who we are. So once you understand this is simplicity, is love. And that allows us to get results, right? Why? Because it's love. And when you love, you're having an impact everywhere, because we are infinite. So when we love, right, and you have the humility to do that, you know that you're going to have results, because love is the highest energy that there is. And when you create with love, and in this case, my music, my book, and everything that I've done in my life with love, it gives me results in the end. It gives me results. And the results that gives me, those results are essentially, the results of infinity, right? The fact that I'm communicating myself clearly as a messenger, and my message is the message of love, and it goes to infinity. It goes to creation, and it goes to everything that there is and would always be. Okay? Let me find a little bit more of sunlight here. So you see, He's understanding this, understanding that this is who we are, this is our species, this is exactly who we are. We're an incredible species. We're the human race. We're an amazing species. We are the human race. This is who we are. So you see, and then this humor, I think humor is such an important mechanism, because humor, I put a lot of humor in my music and in my videos and in my writing, because I believe that humor is this mechanism that is as a diffuser. You see, it diffuses violence, and it allows, it's a non-violent way to communicate truth, right? And also it's just a great diffuser, because it diffuses tension, it diffuses all sorts of things, because that's the magic of humor. Humor is that when done right, humor has the ability to communicate messages that are hard to listen to people when they're not necessarily aware of truth as what truth is from an objective reality point of view. So when you use humor as a mechanism, it's not only healthy for you to be humble and all that, but also to share messages in a non-violent way. Because non-violence is the path of us as messengers, because we are love. And love is the opposite of violence. Love is creation. Love is the highest energy of the human heart. So it's just love. So humor is that. Humor allows us to do that. Humor allows us to diffuse, and also because it's this diffuse, right? It's diffusion, right? It's diffusion, and it's incredible. It's just some powerful humor. Is just incredible, and it's also, it makes you laugh, right? And it makes you feel great. So all these things come together, and love is that. Love is creation. So you always have to have a sense of humor and be open-minded and open-hearted, because humor is important. Because it's important to have a sense of humor. and then results and humility, right? They all come together. And finally, love, right? Is love, because love is everything that there is and will always be. So because we're the biology of infinity, this is who we are, this is the species that we are. Love is the mechanism, you see. You put love in your humor, you put love in your results, you put love in your humility, and then you're gonna have a great life as a messenger. The message is a message of love, right? The highest energy that there is. So you see, this is today's video, is be a messenger. Is be a messenger, the message of love, share the message of love. Okay, so this is what it is. This is precisely what it is. Love is just the highest energy of creation. Love is just the highest energy of creation. That's what it is. So let's just read it a little bit. So be a messenger, stick to the basics, focus, do, repeat, reassess to infinity. Truth equals quality, quality equals freedom. Build credibility based on quality. Credibility gets them through the door. Quality keeps them coming. Action defines us. Listen, then empathize. Draw examples, make connections, build trust, then credibility. And quality finishes the job. The mission is bigger than you. The purpose is to complete the mission. Profound simplicity, humility, results, humor, love. See? That's it. Be a messenger. Be a messenger. A messenger of love, a messenger of creation, a messenger of infinity. Share your message. Listen to your heart, follow your heart, your heartful flow states heartful, everything. Yeah, the signs and signals of the human heart. Follow your heart, listen to your inner voice, to your voice in society, your purpose, right? What makes you feel good. Do the things that make you feel good, truly good, love, right? Homeostasis, symbiosis, synergy, you know, these pheromones, all these hormones, all these neurotransmitters that are there to make us feel great because we are in a loving state. Because this is who we are. We're a loving species. We're a love-based species, a heart-based species, a heartful species, a benevolent species. We live to love and we love to live. The primordial instinct of the human race is love, is heartbeat, right? The pulse of life, the pulse of creation. Without it, we wouldn't exist. So the fact that this is the species that we are, it means that we need to love because it's the highest energy that we can generate with our heart. And the highest energy outside us is the energy of the central sun. And when we stare at the sun, we get the highest energy of the central sun inside our bodies. And love is the highest energy inside our bodies. So we love and sunlight together, we just create infinities because this is our DNA. This is who we are as a species. This is precisely who we are. You see, this is our nature. This is our species. So it's all about this. It's all about this. It's about humility, results, humor, love, profound simplicity of understanding our nature. We live to love and we love to live. We're here for lives of purpose, lives of meaning, right? A meaningful life is that. A happy life, a pursuit of happiness, right? The purpose of life is a life of purpose. Purposeful lives, meaningful lives, happy lives. That's what we're here to do, to feel good, to create, because we are the human heart. This is who we are. So be a messenger. Be a messenger. Be a messenger. Share the message of love, the message of your heart as a compass, identity and true self, purpose, time and energy, action, why, how, flow, true north and destination. A sundial, stare at the sun, open your eyes, open your heart, open your mind, open the portal, build the bridge, evolve to infinity. That's one of my songs, Evolution. Okay, so I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. Remember, this message is about that. Be a messenger. Our messages that we share, because we all messengers, we all humans, we all have a body, we all share our messages, you see, and we're listening to messages and we're sharing messages. That's what we do. And make sure that your message is a message of love. And when you listen to anyone else's message, make sure that you engage your heart, engage your love, so they're heard, so you can build a genuine relationship and a trust-based relationship with them. Because in that way, you are a great messenger. And that's what you want to be. You want to be great messengers. You want to be loving messengers, because this is who we are. This is the species that we are. Remember that we're the biology of infinity. We're the biological expression of infinity itself. This is who we are. We're the human race, right? Our biology is the consciousness and self-awareness of infinity itself. This is who we are as a species. Okay, and because this is who we are as a species, right? Because this is who we are as a species, then our message is that, because everything that is messaged with love is a message that is not only ours, but it's infinite in nature. because love is the highest energy of creation and it's infinity itself, because this is who we are. So when we love, we are not only communicating with others, but with everything that there is and would always be. Okay? So I'm going to read this one more time, and this is the video. Be a messenger. Stick to the basics. Focus. Do, repeat, reassess to infinity. Truth equals quality. Quality equals freedom. Build credibility based on quality. Credibility gets them through the door. Quality keeps them coming. Action defines us. Listen, then empathize. Draw examples. Make connections. Build trust, then credibility. And quality finishes the job. The mission is bigger than you. The purpose is to complete the mission. Profound simplicity, humility, results, humor, love. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. I love you all with all my heart, with all my might.